that's loud. Welcome back. Okay, so why am I bending over? Because I didn't set the camera right. Okay, so today we're going to do some more tasks on our box. Got some great feedback. Probably some of the best feedback I've received ever from Trevor at Tumbleweed Garage. And he gave me the recommendation that, hey, why don't you just cover that strip up with some metal. He recommended an aluminum strap and showed me a picture of what he did in his Willys Jeep. And I was like, ka-ding! That's brilliant.
I like it. That's genius.
So being the fancy sort of guy that I am, I remembered that our tile guy did stuff with Schluter, edging for tile. And that word is Schluter. And it's a German word right there, Schluter. And anyway, so that came to mind. So I thought, hey, this would be fancy. And so when I put it on there, it'll look like that. Fancy, right? I know. And it'll protect the edges and it'll cover up my crappy job. So I liked it. Anyway, thanks again, Trevor. That was awesome. Okay, so now all I have to do is figure out how to cut it and get it on there, and that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna do some stuff off camera, and then maybe I'll show you cutting it and stuff, but I need to kind of think about it a little bit before we do it and do some measurements. But yeah, that'll look swimmingly wonderful. And I'm gonna paint it. So I bought some camo paint, the brown stuff, not sponsored. So I'm going to give it a tad bit of that first, and then we'll go with that. So there we go. Alrighty. Okay, all right, that turned out pretty good. I'm not disappointed at all. So that's where we're gonna be on that. So basically I just need to mark these corners and give me some 45s and hope that my miter saw wood blade doesn't get too badly damaged by cutting aluminum. So probably okay, not terribly worried about it. Got a bundle over there on that side, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. Right here is all bundled up for some bizarre reason. Oh, okay, it's just me. Need to get that laid down is all. I can get that flatter. All right, we'll get that flatter right there, and that will be better-ish. Got a lot of fabric folded underneath there. That's going to be not so much fun. All right, we'll have to put screws like right here and right here to make sure that stays down. I don't want to tear that open again. All right, may have to. We may have to. Rats. All right, well, I'm going to get to that when I get to that. So let's do this. Let's get this on there. Up there. Let's get this up there. And we'll go down there and cut it. We'll measure it. Sorry. Measure and then we'll cut. Alright. Let me do that with one hand. It's not going to be so much fun. I'm going to do it with two hands. I'll be right back. That was a terrible idea. It does not, it does cut it, but it beats the crap out of the, that's not gonna work. So, wrong blade, wrong kind of cutting. I was just kind of hoping that would work. So instead, we're gonna try to do this by hand, which will be terrible, I promise. Put it in the vise, I put the little rubber grabbers on there, and we're gonna cut it across here with the jigsaw. Where's the jigsaw? The jigsaw! We'll see what happens. And I got to use my new plug the boys put in for me.
You must have been something before electricity, huh?
Sort of. Alright, here we go. This is going to be terrible, I promise. Alright, right somewhere in there. Hopefully you get a good shot. I put on a metal blade, took off the let's destroy it blade, and I put on a metal blade. So we're gonna pray to the, we're gonna need a mark. We're gonna need a mark that we can see. There's a skinny one of those. Okay, I need a ruler. Where did you put all my rulers? I'll just use this as, use this blade. Sling blade.
They turned me loose in the nervous hospital. Said I was well.
I'm gonna go with that. It's too big a cut. We'll go with it. Well, that went surprisingly well. Holy mackerel. I was not expecting that. I usually have a heck of a time with this. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do that part, but let's try to figure it out. Alright, we'll do this. Oh, come on. Get in there! Too much torque. Too much torque and I missed it. Missed the turn. Dang it. Now that one's gonna suck. Alright, now we need to do an opposite cut on the next one. So we need this one to go this way instead of that way, and then we can line these up hopefully. So we're gonna put in a 45 over here. So let's get some scientific tools to make a 45, all right? Let's go get them. Hey, 45 squares are fun. Let's do that thing. All right, find the middle. Somewhere in there. Of course not. Don't be silly. It's going to not work until we do something better. Okay. 45 from the middle of this one. I'm going to transfer that square part down to here so that I have a nice clean measurement. Go that way and that way. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Let's do that. Let's do it. Alright, let's get this squared in there. Get down, get down, get down, get down! Get out! Get! This is the part where I cut myself. Don't be stupid. Alright, so that buggered that corner. We'll do this. We'll make that flat again by squeezing it into this. One more time. Get in there. Okay. Okay. Okay, mister.
Okay, mister.
Okay, mister. There's a little nipple there. Just driving that nipple. Alright, I'm recording and just shaking you all over the place. Let's go see how it went. Alright. 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 One-handed, that's not so much fun. Hold that. Stay right there for a second. Alright, let's get one of these in place. Then I'll get the other one in place, and you can see how badly I did on my cutting. Super bad. All right. Yeah, that's great. No, that's ass. All right, let's think about it. Squaring. We need to grind off all of that black right there to make that come down to the squarish part. Oh, you're not in the camera. There it is. We need to cut all that. We need to grind all that off. All right, I'm gonna go do that. I can't do it with one hand, so you get to chill. Okay, let's think about the consequences of my actions. While I've managed to make this a lovely corner, what else have I managed to do? Think about it very clearly. I've made a place to cut myself with. That is very sharp. And if I ran my hand across that, it would slice me open. That's not great. So now I need a plastic cover to go over that so I don't slice myself up. Dang it. I'm gonna have to think about that now. Bert. Okay, thinking about that now. I'm gonna do some thinking. Okay, let's call it a great idea, poorly executed. Oh, someone's calling me. My wife's calling me. Let's talk to Mrs. Stevens. Yes? Okay, where was I? Oh. A great idea, badly executed. Okay, we're going with this. All right, let's do a measurement over there. I'll do some cutting. We'll get it all squared away. And then I'm going to drill the countersunk holes for this and go find out if I've got enough pretty screws to stick in it. That's what we're doing. All right. More when I get back. All right, hang on. Okay. Now we're going to drill some holes and we're going to countersink them because I'm fancy. I got it's not stove head, rounded head screws because I think they look cool. So that's what I bought. So we're going to countersink them. So we're going to use a countersink bit. I would like this to be a metal one, but it's the wood one and it kind of works. I already tested it, so I know it's gonna do what I want. So yeah. Okay, so then we've got a 49-inch piece. And we're going to put one hole every 7 inches. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Hey, come in. And Cadence is here. Woot, woot. All right, and we're here doing what?
Checking out my car before I drive to Texas.
Woo! Why are you going to Texas?
For my boyfriend.
She's gonna go see her beau. There are gonna be lots of questions off camera about that in just a few minutes. So, all right, we're gonna take a pause and we're gonna fix a car. All right, or we're gonna investigate a car. Let's do that.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size.
I wonder what he's planning for later.
Here comes the Spider-Man.
He just came off the ceiling there.
Is he strong?
That is one of the biggest jumping spiders, Drew said at first. There's a monster. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't record 3 holes. So we're back at it. Talking basketball with Drew. If I used a different tool, if that would be a better hole. I said I wish that my tool was for metal. I have metal ones. I don't know why I didn't think about them until just now. But we're gonna try one with metal and see how it turns out. So we'll adjust this one this way. Let's make sure you can see that over there. Are you over there? You're over there. Okay, let's get over there with you. Oh, wait, there it is. All right, we got it. All right, we're just gonna drill our hole using the same bit. I'm not gonna change anything. Okay. I'm gonna switch to the metal side. Oh, so much better. Where were you my whole life? So much easier to use. Yes. All right. So we'll drill our holes. We'll put this in there. We'll put this in there. We'll get the other drill bit to drill the holes. All right, so we're just gonna divide this 1, 2, 3. So there'll be 3 holes in this one. I don't even have the GroupMe app added. Man, that works so much better. Where were you my whole life? I should have found you. Ow! Hot! Hot! Hot!
Ooh, burn!
Hot! 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 Oh, shoot. Drop it in there. That's not be right there. Alright, whatever. Okay. I think this one's going to be 4. Like I said, nothing exceeds like excess.
Nothing exceeds like excess.
And it's on the end, so it might get more use. It might bump into things more often. Okay, hole's complete. got all of our holes completed. All right, so we've got to clean these up a little bit. There's some burrs, we got to take care of that. And then we got to put some more paint on them. So we'll do that. And then we're going to paint the screw head tops. And then we'll screw those in and we'll ruin the screw head paint that we're going to put on them, because that's what happens when you do that. But it'll be close and I'll be happy with them. So that's what we're going to do now. All right. Okay, got busy chatting with my boy. All right, we've got all our pieces painted again. Second coat, first for some. Anyway, so we're getting that done. All right, we need to look into our, second reason we're doing stuff today is we need to disconnect this. This is not cool. All right, the next thing we're doing today is the Weboost boosting thing. All right, so brain tells me put this up here. I don't know why my brain tells me to put this up here. Up here. I don't know why. I think I need to have it up there. What does need to happen, it has to be 18 to 36 inches away. So the other half of my brain says 36 inches. Why don't we just put it over here? And we can put it underneath this dash somewhere. It's less likely to, because if I put this up here with some double-sided sticky tape or something, the first summer that gets to 157,000 degrees like it's going to, that sticky tape's going to go just like that. That's exactly what's going to happen, so we don't want that. But if it only needs to be close, putting it over here makes it close. So yeah, it's a puzzler.
It's a real puzzler.
All right, we're thinking about it. We've got a lot of wire, so this is got, I mean, we got plenty to get it back in the back of the truck. I think if I put it here on this side, and we mount it just like up under here somewhere, just giggles. We're just gonna stick it right there. Well, I'm gonna do it this way. We're gonna stick it right there for giggles. How about we just hang it right here? All right, and then we run the wire over to there, and then theoretically it runs down this, and then runs to the back. That gives us a lot of room. All right, hang on. Okay, in theory, if we put this up here, and I don't think it has to be line of sight. I'm gonna guess, since they use the word antenna, that it can be close. So we'll go down this wall, we'll go under our trail here, get in the back of the truck, and theoretically that would be flat here. Flat, flat, flat. Still okay. And that can be all the way back here. And then the antenna would be off this back side and go up through our hole over here with the rest of our light stuff, which comes out here. And then I would put the big dongle thing on the corner here. And then I would lay it flat until I go out into the wilderness where I need it to be up. And then I would raise it up. That way, and I want to buy a knockdown antenna. So if it hits something, it would just break over and not be stuck up that way. So that's the thought. So do we mount it to the back side of the box somehow, one of these places? It's easy enough to disconnect. I mean, you just pry on this a little bit and it comes loose. So it's not like it would be stuck there forever. And this has a clip, so there is a mounting bracket right here, which if you press it and do stuff, it'll come off. So yeah, so we have it. I mean, it would be easy enough to remove, I think. All right, I think we're gonna put it in this box. Sticky tape that came with our light bars. So I'm going to use that for the inside antenna up under the dash. we'll see how that works. If it stays there or doesn't stay there. We'll see. All right, I gotta cut that. I can't have two hands on it, so. Just trying to find a good spot under here. 18 inches. All right. All right. Okay, all righty. Keeping in mind that everything underneath the Range Rover, and the reason why they discontinued the model because it's not safe or whatever when you smack your face into a dashboard, whatever, is metal. 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 Metal, 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 it's all metal. So antenna through metal is not as good as antenna not through metal. So I voted on this. So it's gonna be up here in the cubby box. So we'll put it up here in the sun and we'll see how long it lasts. And then I just run around here. Since we're getting a new windshield, I was careful not to go ahead and jam the cables down in there yet. So we'll do that. So this is gonna run down this wall here, which we're gonna get some stuff to sort out. I don't know how we're gonna do that yet, but we're going to do that, and then we'll get that mounted up good, and then we'll sort out how we're gonna sticky tape that down for now until we start putting carpet back in and sides. So it'll be in the rail here under the threshold. The threshold screws are here, so it'll be in the threshold underneath. And then it'll go to the back. More thresholding here. And up to our device. Weboost! That's what we're gonna do. All right, I don't know how much that I can do with one hand. So we're going to go get some tape and just tape it in place for now. Start there. I don't know how sticky this will be going down here on the floor with this much dirt on it. I don't think this will be a great idea, but we're going to try it anyway. This is really calling out how close we are and where we're actually at. So yeah, this will just barely fit inside the box. So let me get the box in place. I need to put you down to do that. Okay, so we'll be right about here. So this will go right there. That'll work. This way. All right, so we'll put that right there. That's it. Simple. So we get an external antenna connection, we run it up there. Gotta buy that. 125, 30 bucks. So we'll have to buy that on the next attempt. But that's as close as we're gonna get to it being done today. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, everybody's drying over here. And we'll have that, finish that up, and that will be the end of it. Got too many projects out right now. Too much going on here. Too much cluttering messy bits and such. We gotta clean up the shop. Clean up the shop, damn it. Got it clean, man. Got it done.
You gotta clean up on aisle 4.
Was that videoed? I don't think that was videoed. Did I video that? Let's just do this take again. We'll take the whole take again. All right, now I'm gonna put the Schluter on my box. All right, so that means I'm gonna move it out here so I can actually get to it out here. So I can actually get to it and get it screwed in tightly and properly. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, all of a sudden I have a lot of doubts. All right. That I may not have enough room to grab the board. We're about to test it though. Put this one in right here first. Let's see, let's get that lined up first. All right, long side. Okay, 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 okay. This is where you wish you had some tape. And now I have some tape. All right, let's see how lucky we are that we did this right. All right, screw in the board. Okay, I'm putting them in at a slight angle so that they angle into, so instead of going straight up and down, I'm giving them a little canter. It rained a lot, and now the mosquitoes are going crazy, so should have expected it. Bastards. Oh my. I'm pretty excited. So close. This end is jacked. Dang it. Oh shoot. Not quite right. I'm gonna have to adjust this one brutally, I think. Yeah, that one barely sticks, so that's where we are. Enough to do that other piece. Just barely. I almost didn't math that right. What do you think? Woo, baby. That's pretty sexy.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all right. Yep, it's all right. This is the end I'm gonna have to fix somehow. That's a cut you in half kind of corner right there for sure. All right, we'll grind that off probably. We'll call that one good. This one didn't stick so well, but oh, that's good. All right, and I actually cut one out for this little piece too, so I'll put that one on, and then that is in a done state. Woo! Yay! Victory is ours! Do 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 do. All right, now, well, that's enough. Okay, we're good. All right, let's call that fair for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe. You got this far, like it. Subscribe to it. This is basically what it's like if this is your first video. Probably not, but if it is your first video, this is about what I do, pretty much. Screw stuff up and wing it. Wing it. Wing it. I wing it a lot. I'm winging it. All right. Have a good week.